What's poppin' YouTube? JD here, back with yet another video for you guys. We are already at the end of April, and I don't know about you guys, but for me this has felt like the fastest month of all time. All the days seem to be getting meshed into like one big day. I don't know what day of the month it is anymore. I don't know what day of the week it is anymore. It is crazy this time we're living in. April was kind of slow for sneakers, especially because there were a lot of delays due to the situation we got going on right now. But not to worry, we are going into the month of May, and guys, there is a lot of heat dropping in May, and it's usually the case every single year. May is always a really good month for sneakers because we're just heading into that summertime. And in this video, we're going to talk about the most notable releases in the month of May. So let's get into it. Oh, first, very quickly, just want to say shout out to all of you guys. You guys really blessed the channel in the month of April. I got almost 4,000 new subscribers last month, which is just crazy. Still trying to wrap my head around that, but thank you guys so much for the support. More videos on the way, no doubt. All right, so the first sneaker dropping on May the 2nd is the Jordan 5 in this metallic red colorway. I think the timing of this release is absolutely perfect. There is a lot of buzz around Michael Jordan and his career right now due to the ESPN documentary The Last Dance. This sneaker actually had a shock drop last week when a couple of the episodes aired on ESPN. Of course, a lot of history behind this shoe. Michael Jordan was wearing this pair when he scored his career high 69 points. This one is an absolute must-have for the collectors out there. However, because there is a lot of quantity on this sneaker, I do not think that this is a sneaker worth copying for resale. The sneaker has already partially released in certain stores and certain regions, and you can see the prices are already really low, and when we have the worldwide release, the prices will come down even further, so I wouldn't cop this for resale. The next sneaker on the list, dropping on May the 7th, we have the all-white colorway of the Nike Air Spiridon 2. I have done a review of the Stussy version, which dropped a few weeks ago. You can watch that right here. I will leave a link. This white colorway, in my opinion, super clean, and on this silhouette, it just looks really nice. Based on what I've read so far, it seems like this white colorway initially will be dropping only in Japan, but it will be releasing worldwide later on in May. I'm not sure exactly what the dates are yet, but on May the 7th, it will be releasing exclusively in Japan. Super dope colorway for the summertime. On May the 9th, the first Yeezy we're going to talk about, this one also seems to be an Asia exclusive. We are talking about the Yeezy 350 V2 in the Flax colorway. Yeah, to me, this sneaker looks like pretty much every other Yeezy out there. It's either yellow or brown. There have been so many colorways of the Yeezys with a very similar type of hue on the shoe, so I'm not impressed at all. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and give this sneaker the flop of the month. But because this is an Asia exclusive, I do think that those of you out there in Asia, this is worth copying for resale for sure. Pretty much every other Yeezy Asia exclusive that has dropped in the past has always had really good resale prices on StockX. So I would definitely, it's worth copying for resale, no doubt. Also dropping on May the 9th, we have the Jordan 1 Game Royal 2.0, or it's also called the Royal Toe. Now this is a very similar colorway to one of the most iconic Jordan 1s of all time, and that is the Fragment ones. Definitely a very clean pair of Jordan 1s. Not personally my taste. I just think that there's way too much black on the sneaker. I wish there was a lot more blue on it. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think of this pair? How does this compare to the Game Royal 1.0s? Because this is a colorway that a lot of people are going to want to cop, I definitely do think there will be resale on it, but because there's supposed to be a lot of stock on this sneaker, I don't see resale being too high. I see it probably in that $200 to $300 range in most sizes. So we're not looking at too much resale. On May the 15th, we are going to be getting the Yeezy QNTM basketball. This sneaker is finally releasing worldwide. I feel like we've been hearing about the sneaker for like 2 years now. If you were in Chicago earlier this year for All-Star Weekend, you might have seen Kanye driving around in a military tank dropping off pairs of this sneaker. I personally can't wait to get my hands on this shoe and review it because it looks absolutely sick. For a basketball sneaker, this looks super dope. I love all of that 3M on the shoe. And because we've been talking about this sneaker for so long, because we're going into the summertime, we want to play some basketball, I do think that the resale on this is going to be very, very nice. Doesn't matter what size you get. Definitely worth copying for resale if you don't want it for personal. On May the 16th, we have another Yeezy. This time it is the Yeezy 500 High in the Tyrion colorway. Now in my personal collection, I have the Yeezy 500 Slate. This was the original colorway to drop of the 500 highs. And I've said this so many times. I've said this on Instagram. I've said this when I reviewed this sneaker. In my opinion, this is the most slept on Yeezy of the last 2 years. The quality on this sneaker is absolutely sick, and I just love the way it looks. It kind of reminds me of a Jordan 7 in a way. So I'm really happy to see that there's another colorway dropping of this shoe. When the Slate colorway dropped, it actually sat in stores for weeks, and I expect the same to happen with this pair. But guys, it's not always about hype. Sometimes you just gotta cop what you like, and I do think that this sneaker, like I said, one of my favorite Yeezys of the last 2 years. This is a dope model, so if you missed out on that OG Slate colorway, definitely worth copying. On May the 20th, now this is the day that I have circled on my calendar. My personal cop of the month is dropping on this day, and that is the Jordan 4 Metallic Pack. Guys, at the beginning of the year, when I looked at all the potential sneakers that were rumored to release in 2020, there were two that I circled that I knew I absolutely had to get no matter what. One was this pair, the Nike Dunk Low Plums. By the way, let me know what you guys think of these pink laces that I put on the shoe. I think it looks actually very, very dope. And the other was that green metallic pair. The last time this green metallic colorway dropped was all the way back in 2003. They were called the Classic Greens. In my opinion, this is one of the top 3 colorways ever of a Jordan 4. My top 3 would be the Bread 4s, then we got the Military Blues, and then I would put these Classic Greens there at number 3. So this looks like it will be dropping in a pack. We also have a metallic red, purple, as well as orange. And unfortunately, from what I read, this seems like it's gonna be a regionally exclusive release. And that absolutely sucks because I'm not so sure whether the green one is gonna drop here in Europe. So I'm probably gonna have to pay resale on it. It's a little tricky to predict how these are gonna do for resale. I think it's gonna be very color specific. I do expect this green pair to have the highest resale out of all of them. The other ones, I don't think they will actually resale at all. I think they might even sit in stores because 2 years ago, the Jordan 4 Pure Moneys dropped, and those sneakers, no matter how clean it was, no matter how dope of a summer sneaker it was, those sneakers actually ended up in outlets. So for that reason, I don't see most of the colorways here selling out. Maybe that green one might. So yeah, once again, the Jordan 4 Metallic Pack, my cop of the month. On May 23rd, we are going to be getting the all black colorway of the Yeezy 700 MNVN. This is basically a triple black colorway. If you guys haven't already watched my review, in my hand I have the bone colorway. I just dropped that recently. Once again, I will leave a link to it up here. As I said in that video, I think for the price point, this is about $220. It's much cheaper than a regular Yeezy 700. I do think it's a pretty good shoe. You get that boost, and it's also a slip-on sneaker. You don't have to worry about tying your laces every time. But I don't like this triple black colorway. In fact, I just don't like triple black shoes, period. If you've been following my channel for a while, you probably already know that. This sneaker, unlike the other MNVN colorways, seems like it is going to be a worldwide release, so I don't think that resale is going to be too high on this one. So for me, it's a pass. On May the 23rd, we're getting probably one of the craziest looking sneakers so far this year. We're going to be getting the Ben & Jerry's Dunk. The official name for this one is the Chunky Dunky. It's named after the popular Chunky Monkey flavor of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. This sneaker looks absolutely crazy. It's probably gonna go down as one of the most popular dunks that released this year. Especially if you're a dunk collector, I know you guys definitely want this shoe. For me, this is a sneaker that would look really nice on the shelf that I have at the back. However, I don't know if I would ever want to wear something like this. So a little bit too loud for me. However, I expect there to be crazy resale on this. The retail price on a dunk is about $120, but I'm expecting resale on this to be between $400 to around $500. So very, very good profit to be made. This one, probably the most profitable sneaker that we'll be releasing this month. Finally, to end the month on April the 30th, we are going to be getting the Yeezy 350 V2 in this Zyon colorway. I do like this colorway. It reminds me a lot of that original Turtle Dove colorway, and I do expect this sneaker to completely sell out because of how wearable this colorway is. So this one is a bit of a sleeper for me. I actually think that not a lot of people are going to be expecting this to sell out, but I do personally expect it to completely sell out and have pretty good resale, especially going into the summertime. Everyone wants to cop the latest pair of 350s. So this one, for me, I would personally cop this for resale. So far, I've pretty much talked about all the confirmed releases in the month of May. I also want to touch on a few sneakers that are rumored to drop in the month of May. So let's get into that. So first, we have the Jordan 1 Low UNC. Now, this is supposed to be a women's only colorway. Of course, it's very similar to that Eric Costin pair that dropped last year. This sneaker has already shock dropped in some places in Europe, and I actually managed to cop a pair. So look out for that review soon. Very dope sneaker for the summertime, and yeah, it goes without saying a sneaker like this is definitely going to have some pretty good resale, especially in the bigger sizes, which are going to be kind of limited since this is a women's only release. Also in the month of May, we're supposed to be getting the 711 Dunks. I don't know if you guys have seen pictures of these. I'll put them up here. Guys, I don't know who asked for this collab. The only way I would wear this shoe is if I was actually working at 7-Eleven. I mean, this is just an ugly shoe, man. I don't care what people say. To me, like, there's no way I would want to cop this. However, because it is kind of hyped, I do expect there to be pretty good resale. Usually on Dunks, because the retail price is so low, there's always pretty good profit to be made. So yeah, it's worth copying for resale. There's also some pretty strong rumors that we might be getting the Travis Scott Air Max 270. Now guys, this sneaker to me is absolutely hideous. I have no idea why Travis would even want to put his name on this sneaker. This reminds me of that original colorway of the Balenciaga Triple S, and this Travis Scott version looks like the Kmart version of the Balenciaga Triple S. That being said, it is a Travis collab, so expect there to be resale. I expect the resale on this to be between about $400 to $500, simply because Travis could drop a toothbrush with a cactus on it and people will pay resale for it. Last sneaker I want to talk about, well, it's not really even a sneaker. I don't know what to call it. That is the Yeezy Foam Runners. We might be getting this in May as well. And I don't care what all the haters say. To me, this is absolutely fire. I gotta say, in 2020, I've kind of turned into a Yeezy stan because of all the absolutely crazy silhouettes that Yeezy brand has been dropping. To me, Yeezy brand, more so than any other brand in 2020, has been really pushing out some super creative silhouettes. And it's just nice to see something different. And to me, like, this is about as different as it gets. I know it looks crazy. I know people are making fun of this, calling it the Yeezy Crocs. I don't care. This is an absolutely sick, innovative sneaker to me. Also, it turns out that this sneaker is going to be made entirely out of eco-friendly materials, and it will be completely produced in the United States. So what's not to love? It's eco-friendly, domestically produced, and it looks like it's from another planet. I personally can't wait to get my hands on this and do a review for you guys. That's pretty much all the sneakers I'm going to cover in this video. Let me know down in the comments which one are you most looking forward to, and also let me know if I missed anything. I might have. Also tell me what was your favorite cop of the month of April. My personal favorite cop of April was this one, the Jordan 5 Off-White. I did pay resale for it, but the price dropped so low that I just couldn't resist. I had to cop it. So yeah, let me know your cop of the month for April. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. Until next time, guys, peace.